In this video, we will show you how to replace your engine oil and filter on this Toyota Sienna with a 3.5 liter engine. Let's get into it. Okay friend, let's get started on our job. The first thing I need to mention is you need to make sure you have a brand new oil filter and 6.5 quarts of 020 oil. Now we'll make our way under the hood. We're going to remove our engine oil cap. That's located on the passenger side of the engine. Let's go ahead and turn that counterclockwise. Along the top of it, we'll confirm the type of oil we're using, 020 oil. Aside from that, along the bottom, you want to check that seal. Make sure it's soft and pliable, not torn, worn, or damaged. Assuming it looks good, we'll set this aside. After that, safely raise and support the vehicle, make your way under the front. Under the vehicle, along the passenger side of the engine, you're going to find the engine oil pan. On the oil pan, you'll find a 14mm drain plug. Make sure you have a collection receptacle under this area so you can drain the fluid and recycle it properly. Use our 14mm to remove this drain plug, allowing the fluid to make its way into the pan. Once you have the drain plug off of there, you want to give it a close inspection. Typically, you're going to find that you have a drain plug gasket either attached to the drain plug, on the drain pan, or maybe it fell into the bucket. Either way, you need to closely inspect it. If it looks like it's damaged or worn, go ahead and replace it. Of course, you can wait as long as you need to allow the engine oil to drain out. Once you've done that, go ahead and reinstall the engine oil drain plug with a gasket, snug it up, and torque that to 30 foot-pounds. Let's clean up our mess. Once you have that area torqued and clean, move straight forward to your engine oil filter. Now up in this area is where we're going to find the engine oil filter. Before we start taking this down, we're going to drain the engine oil. To drain that engine oil from this area, we'll just use a 3/8 drive ratchet and an extension. Make sure you have your collection bucket under this area. It's possible oil will come out of this. Just give that a quick inspection. There's going to be a rubber seal. We'll leave that in place. The next thing we need to do is pay attention up inside this port. In your kit, you're going to find that it came with one of these small drains. When you take this, you're going to come right up through the center, press it in as hard as you can, and that'll allow the fluid to make its way out into your collection receptacle. Just let that do its thing for a minute here. Get this out of here. Continue on with our plug. Right there's bottomed out. Just make sure it's nice and snug. Now that we have the plug in there, the next thing we're going to do is remove the rest of the housing that holds the oil filter in place. For this, you're not going to use a regular band wrench around this to try to loosen it. You want to use a specialty cup. For this cup, we're going to take it and slide it right into place. That should hold right on there nice and tight. The next thing you'll do is turn this counterclockwise. You can do that using several tools. On our application, you can either use a 3/8 drive ratchet in the center or an 1 1/16 socket along the outer aspect here. Now we can finish unscrewing this. Keep in mind there could still be oil in this area. Have your collection receptacle under here. There we are. We'll just remove any oil that might still be inside of there. At this point, we'll continue on to removing the cartridge filter from inside this area. Just pull it right on out. There it is, friend. Before you can install your brand new filter, it's important to make sure you clean up this entire housing and the gasket. Make sure it looks like everything's still in good working order. If the gasket is dry rotted and cracked, you need to go ahead and replace that. Just let that parts cleaner dry up. Now that we have that clean, we'll continue on with our engine oil filter. For this, you just want to slide it right into place. We'll listen for a click, make sure that's secured on there. Continue on to reinstalling this. We'll start it on by hand, making sure we are not cross-threading it, bottom it out, and torque this to 18 foot-pounds. Let's clean our mess. Once you've confirmed that you've torqued and cleaned everything from underneath the vehicle, safely make your way back out into the engine compartment. Make sure to use a funnel in this area. Continue on with 6.5 quarts of 0-20 oil. Now that we have all 6.5 quarts in there, we'll continue on with our engine oil cap, starting this on by hand and snugging it up. With the engine oil dipstick down, the next thing you need to do is go ahead and start up the vehicle. Let it run for approximately 30 seconds, turn it right back off, check for engine oil leaks, and we'll make our way back out here to the engine oil dipstick. Okay, we finished running the engine. Let's go ahead and lift this up and off of here. The next thing you'd want to do is go ahead and wipe that dipstick. We're going to confirm the level of the engine oil. You can see on the dipstick itself, you have a lower dot close to the end, and up closer to where my finger is now, there's a secondary dot. That dot is the full line. That's exactly where you need to be. Let's check that. As you can tell, 6.5 quarts filled it right up to that maximum line. Go ahead and reinstall the engine oil dipstick. Okay friend, we showed you how to change the engine oil and filter on your Toyota Sienna. At this point, you want to go ahead and close the hood and take your vehicle for a road test. Thanks for watching.
When only the best will do, demand TRQ. The only company that lets you view before you do. TRQ is committed to offering the highest quality aftermarket auto parts that are engineered for peace of mind. Thanks for using and viewing with TRQ.